Good day everyone, my name is Rob Lomelogene from BE Ed2, and in this video I will continue the discussion of Group 5 about establishing test validity and reliability. So for today, I will discuss the test validity. Test validity is a measure is valid when it measures what is supposed to measure. So test validity is to measure the test what is supposed to measure. From the word itself, valid, it is the legitimacy of the test. Kumbaga, is kailangang valid ang isang test or there is a basis or maraming evidences na nagpapatunay na legit yung isang test. For example, if a teacher conduct a test, then the content should directly measure the objectives from the curriculum. So, matuturing na ang kanyang test ay valid. So, did you understand what is test validity? So, let us proceed to the different ways to establish test validity. The first one is that So, did you understand what is test validity? So, let us proceed to the different ways to establish test validity. The first one is the first one is content well the first one is the content validity. So, let us proceed to the different ways to establish test validity. The first one is the content validity. Content validity is when the items represent the domain being measured. The procedure of content validity is the items are compared with the objectives of the program. So, ito ang content validity is ang nilalaman ng isang test that are relevant to the construct was being measured. For example, if the test design is to assess mathematical abilities of elementary pupils, to ensure the content validity, the test should include items that cover mathematical concepts taught of the level such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and marami pang iba. So, dapat ang nilalaman ng ating test is relevant sa kung anong nais nating i-measured. Kumbaga, align siya sa So, dapat ang ating content ng ating test is relevant sa ating nais i-measure that. So, did you understand what is the content validity? So, which is our content should align sa kung ano ang nais natin i-measure. So, did you understand what is content validity? So, let us proceed to the phase validity. Phase validity is when the test is presented well, free of errors, and administered well. So, the procedure of the phase validity is the test items and layouts are reviewed and tried out on a small group of respondents. So, phase validity is this refers to the extent which the test appears what is supposed to measure. Kumbaga, ang phase validity is ang first impression natin sa isang test, which is dapat sa unang tingin pa lang ng mga examiners is mukhang mame-measure agad nito ang construct na gusto nitong i-measure. Kumbaga, for example, ang nais nating i-measure is about for example, ang ating test is about IQ test. Kumbaga, dapat sa unang For example, ang ating test design is about IQ test. So, dapat ang magiging first impression natin sa test ng IQ test is yung pang intelligence na test. Kumbaga, naka-align siya sa kung ano yung content or yung mga nilalaman nito sa isang test is dapat yun yung makita natin sa test na yun. So, yun yung phase validity. And dapat sa unang tingin pa lang natin is talagang makikita natin na tama at naisagawa ng maayos ang test na ating gagawin. So, let us proceed to another one. The third one is the predictive validity. Predictive validity is a measure should predict a future criterion. Ang procedure ng predictive validity is a correlation coefficient is obtained where the x variables is used as the predictor and the y variable as the criterion. So, predictive validity, ito yung tumutukoy kung gaano ka-accurate ang score sa isang test sa pagpipredict ng isang criterion measure na related sa kung anong gusto nating i-measure. For example, if the school admission office develop an entrance examination, then the officials wanted to determine if the result of the entrance examination is accurate in identifying a good student. Syempre kapag ang kapag ang result ng score mo sa entrance examination ay mataas, is matuturing ka na isang matulinong estudyante or nag-aral ka talaga ng mabuti. So the official wanted to compare the result of the entrance examination sa grade mo. Kumbaga is by the entrance examination, kumbaga the result of entrance examination result, kumbaga ang result ng entrance examination predicted the grades of student after the first quarter. Kumbaga dahil sa entrance exam is nahulaan ito kung ano yung magiging grade nila sa first quarter, dahil nga matalino or nag-aaral ng mabuti isang bata is na-predict nila kung ano yung magiging grade nila sa first quarter. So there was a predictive prediction validity na nangyari. So did you understand what's predictive validity? And the fourth one is the contract validity. The contract validity is the components or factors of the test should contain items that are strongly correlated. So the procedure of the contract validity is the person R can be used to correlate the items for each factor. Construct validity naman na ito naman ay tumutukoy sa paggawa ng isang test na naaayon sa isa't isa. Whether a test measuring what is supposed to measure. Kumbaga, our test item should correlate. Kumbaga, our test items are strongly correlated. Halimbawa, ang nais nating i-measure is ang katalinuhan ng isang estudyante sa mathematics. So, dapat ang our test items nagpapakita kung anong gusto nating i-measure, yung pagiging kagalingan ng isang bata sa mathematics. So, yun yung construct validity. So, ang construct validity is dapat naka-align ang test item sa kung anong gusto nating i-measure, at ang procedure and the procedure how to correlate the items for each factor is the computation of person R. So let us proceed to establishing another types of validity. The next one is the concurrent validity. When two or more measures are present for each examined that measure the same characteristic. And the procedure of the concurrent validity is the score on the measure should be correlated. So, ang concurrent validity is established by comparing the result of the test with another measure of the same constructed administered at the same time. So, concurrent validity means checking if the test gives have similar result to another test na may measure ang parehas na that measure the same thing when both tests are taken at the same time. Kumbaga, dapat ang magkaparehas na test na ang concurrent validity is established by comparing the result of the test with another measure of the same construct administered at the same time. Which means the construct validity means checking if a test gives have similar result to another test that measure the same thing when both tests are taken at the same time. For example, BS Ed English and the BS Ed Math. For example, nag-take sila ng parehas na, for example, the first examiners and the second examiner take a test at the same time, so dapat the scores of the measure should be correlate. So dapat magkaparehas ang scores ang result na nakuha nila at parehas na nakuha yung gusto nilang i-measure. The convergent validity when the components or factors of a test are hypothesized to have a positive correlation. The procedure of convergent validity is the correlation is done for the factors of the test. Ang convergent validity meaning convergent validity check if a new test ay pareho sa isang lumang test at na-measure parehas ang gusto nitong i-measure. Validity meaning the convergent validity is supposed to measure the same thing as on the existing test. Kumbaga, convergent validity check if a new test is kapareho sa isang lumang test. Compare lang din kung yung bagong test na ginawa at yung lumang test ay same lang ng result at parehas na na-measure yung test na gusto nilang i-measure. Kumbaga, the components or factor of a test are hypothesized to have a positive correlation. So, the next is the divergent validity. When the components or factors of a test are hypothesized to have a negative correlation. So, ito namang divergent validity is kabaligtaran ng divergent ng convergent validity. Ito naman is ang negative correlation. Kumbaga, yung unang test at huling test is hindi nagkaparehas ng result or score na nakuha ng mga kanila examiners. Example of divergent validity, an English teacher taught metacognitive awareness strategy and to comprehend a paragraph for grade 11. An example for divergent validity, an English teacher taught metacognitive awareness strategy sa grade 11 student, section 1. And then, gusto niyang malaman if their performance of first student in reading comprehension would reflect well in the reading comprehension. So, gusto niyang sukatin ang reading comprehension ng grade 11 section 1. And then, gusto niya ding i-measure ang grade 11 section 2 kung ang reading comprehension nito na hindi niya natuturuan ng metacognitive awareness strategy. And then, pagkuha niya ng parehas na result sa grade 11 section 1 and grade 11 section 2 is magkaiba yung naging resulta dahil nga ang kaunang section na tinuturuan niya ng metacognitive strategy, pero ang isa pang section ay hindi niya tinuturuan ng metacognitive awareness strategy, na pagtanto niya na mas magaling yung unang section kesa sa section 2 sa reading comprehension. So, yun yung tinatawag. And then, yun yung naging result ng kanyang test na the component or factor of a test are hypothesized to have a negative correlation. So, hindi naging parehas yung result ng kanyang test na gusto niyang i-measure. Andito na nagtatapos ang aking discussion. Again, my name is Rob Lomalogine from BE Ed.